All right, so next up, I'm going to do another song that I've never done before, and I want to kind of preface it with this. The song that I'm going to do is Have You Forgotten by Daryl Worley. It's about 9/11, the Pentagon, World Trade Center, that type of stuff. But I think there's like a deeper meaning to this song, a deeper context that we can kind of dive into, and that is addiction and lost loved ones and that type of thing. In the lyrics of this song, it describes that, a lot of the 9/11 footage and different things were taken off of social media for many years until nowadays when people are finding this footage and putting it in their videos and stuff. But for a while, these things were seen as too explicit to be shown on television and stuff. And even now with addiction and lost loved ones and stuff, people don't typically talk about or televise these events. They have a tendency to kind of sweep it under the rug and just say that their loved one died from lost their battle with mental health or lost their battle with depression or things like that. And so, what's up, Nate? How you doing, buddy? So I'm going to sing this song. It's the very first time I've ever sang it. I haven't spent very much time practicing it. I don't expect to nail it. That's not what it's about. It's about having the confidence to at least try it, But I just want everybody to kind of keep in mind the deeper meaning here. It's very important, even though it may be explicit, even though it may be somewhat embarrassing or for many different reasons, a lot of people don't talk about their lost loved ones. And I think it's very important that people share these stories and these things, whether they've happened to them personally or they've lost a loved one due to these things. So many times I see people just have funerals and just kind of go on with their lives, forgetting that there is something that can be done. Even though you can't get your lost loved one back, even though you can't, you might feel hopeless or helpless. By sharing your story, you have the ability to change people's lives. So that's something to keep in mind, especially with social media and everything now. So sort of a short preface. I'm sure I could go into more detail with that. Maybe I will one day, once I've learned how to sing this song better. But for now, we're going to do this song. It's the first time I've ever done this song. And I just want everybody to kind of keep in mind the lyrics. If you haven't heard this song in a while, maybe go give it a listen on YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to music at, because there's a lot that can be learned from this song if you're willing to look into that deeper context, like I was saying. So without further ado, that'll be the next song on my set list tonight. Yeah, short, sweet, to the point. See you on the next one. Love yourself, love others, love the world around you, and stop the stigma and break the silence, and let's start sharing stories and talking about these things, because it's very important that we do. You never know who out there on your social media page, out of your 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers or however many followers you have or friends or whatever, you never know who might benefit from hearing your experiences. So I will see you on the next one. Peace.